In October of 2016, the wizard behind the curtain, also known as Ryan Moore, added some very marvelous and much needed enhancements to the Kumu dashboard. When you sign in to Kumu, the dashboard is the place that you end up at that lists all of the projects that you have created or that other people have given you access to. Now, if you have 2 or 3 projects, the enhancements to the dashboard are pretty much irrelevant and you can stop watching this video. Though once you get to a point where you can no longer find anything because the list of projects in your dashboard is just sort of far too long, the enhancements allow you to find them in a number of different ways. And that the default is all projects and they're sorted in terms of the most recently updated one, so that the last thing that you modified or somebody else modified is at the top of the list. Now you can go here and you can look at all the projects that you have. Well, no, you can look at all the projects that you have access to, or you can ask it to list you only those that were created by a particular account. Now that the accounts listed here might be individual accounts or they might be organizational accounts. So if I go here and click on Jeff Moore, there are 2 public projects that he has given me access to, so that I can get to them this way. Now, also, you can sort them in terms of sort them by name or newest or oldest or least recently updated, so that this is the last thing that the one in my list that was the oldest in terms of when it was updated. The other one is, or the other option is, allows you to filter. It's essentially doing a search, and the search works on the title, the account, and the description of the project, so that I could come in here and I could search for Jeff, and it would show me just the ones by Jeff. I could tell it that I want roadmap, which is here in the description, though this search also works in the same way that the search inside of Kumu works, in that it will work on multi-fragments, so that if I typed in pres var, all right, it's looking for the first part of present and the first part of various, so that I don't have to type the entire phrase, though notice that there are some stop words that it doesn't, that are in the list, so it doesn't find things based on that. But if I say CAPIT, it finds something associated with capitalism. If I type test, well, there's only a couple of things associated with test, at least that I have access to. Time. And then if I said CONG, okay, now it's looking for time and the first 4 characters of congestion. So the search facility is really very nice in terms of only requiring that you type portions of it as opposed to having to type all of it. And it's really helpful for me, for someone like me whose spelling is atrocious. Anyway, the other option here is to look at organizations. These are various organizational accounts that have provided me with access to models, both either private or public, and Systems Thinking World is my account, so that, I mean, of course I gave myself access to stuff. But if I looked at new community paradigms, right, so that these are not just the projects that I have been explicitly given access to, but it's all of the projects that New Community Paradigms has created. If I went back here to projects and looked for, can I find it? New Community Paradigms. All right, it gives me the list of all of those projects created by New Community Paradigms, though if I looked in this list, I would not find all of those projects being given explicit access to. Go look at the dashboard, tinker around with it, get familiar with it, because it's far nicer than it was previously in terms of being able to find the things that you want to work with if your list is getting exceedingly long. So take care. Bye.